Today I'm in the garden. What I plan on showing you in this video is how I'm going to turn this soil that I mixed together and threw in my beds, how I'm going to turn that into more of a living soil using this product from BuildASoil. It's their craft blend, which combines 15 different ingredients, all organic, all natural ingredients, and I'm going to be using this straw mulch as mulch to put on top of my bed. No cheap fillers, no pesticides, no GMOs, no biosolids. This is 15 of the very best ingredients you can get, all sourced into one product right here. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive thing you can buy. And if you truly want organic vegetables, organic garden, living soil, this is the stuff you want to use. So this here is a 12-pound bag I picked up from BuildASoil. This right here is like a 3:5:2 MPK ratio. Got ocean-based products, mineral inputs, and then land-based products as well. I did some research on it. There's a video I'm going to link in the description of Jeremy Silva from BuildASoil explaining this product, why it's so good for amending your gardens, for using it as a top dress, for mixing it in with your soil. Now I could have mixed this in directly with my soil when I mixed it, but I didn't do that. So this product has kelp meal, fish and bone meal, crustacean meal, which are your ocean-based products. Then the land-based superfoods, as they write here, is organic malted barley, alfalfa and soybean meal, karanja cake, which I didn't know what that was, and basically it's just a seed meal that improves the structure of the soil, helps repel like pests in the soil. And then there's minerals in here, so there's volcanic tuff, micronized basalt, gypsum, and oyster flour. Helps with calcium levels. And then the volcanic tuff and micronized basalt, these are good for silica, which helps with stronger stems, stronger plants essentially, and gives the soil just a lot of good trace elements. So what this is going to do in my beds, it's going to sort of mimic the rainforest floor. It's going to just help this soil turn into more of a living soil. It's going to be like a true ecosystem essentially, where the microbes are going to break everything down. It's going to turn it into plant available nutrients, and the plants are going to be able to take in what they need when they need it. So I'm going to do this today, and then going forward every 3 to 4 weeks, because that's how long it takes for this to break down in the soil. I'm going to add earthworms to the beds as well, which they'll come to the surface, they'll grab all these different ingredients in this product, they'll take it down into the soil, they'll break it down. It's just going to make everything into a plant available nutrient. All you got to do is keep your beds moist, make sure they don't dry, which the straw mulch is also going to help with. This mulch here, I picked it up at Tractor Supply. It's safe for the garden, it says garden safe. Basically what this is going to do, it's going to help us keep the beds from drying out and the soil from drying out, because in order for the soil to be considered quote unquote living, you got to keep it moist so that the microbes stay active and that bed is going to be packed with life. Under the surface, it's just going to be going crazy. All this right here you can see, it's just very fine, it's ground up. Stuff is truly like organic. There's nothing added to this. This is all natural products that they've ground up and combined into one product. This is going to give the plants everything that they want throughout the season. This mulch here is going to allow us to water less, especially out here. It's like 90 degrees today, so you can imagine it's pretty hot, and we want to keep them moist, keep them from drying out. So this right here, this straw mulch, is going to help us do that by reflecting the sun and also just acting as cover to our bed. I'm going to put half a cup per cubic foot of soil. I have about 10 cubic feet, so I'm going to use 5 cups. I'm going to spread it around everywhere. I'm going to work it into the soil, and then I'm going to put my straw mulch down over it, just a layer of straw mulch, and then I'm going to water it in and then let the microbes in the soil just do its thing. It's going to break it down. This is a slow release fertilizer, if you will, amendment. This is not water soluble, meaning the plants aren't going to be affected by it immediately. It's going to take time to break down, which is why every 3 to 4 weeks you want to do another top dress with it, so that it gives it that time to break down and become available to the plants as nutrients. They're going to be able to take in what they need when they need it, and that's exactly what we want. All the plants, I put these in the ground maybe 10 days ago, and they've all taken very well. They're all starting to root, they're all starting to grow. So now I thought it'd be a good time to top dress with this, because again, it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks for this to be broken down by the microbes in the soil. So I have my 1 cup measuring cup right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle 5 of these over every bed, because again, I'm doing half a cup per cubic foot of soil. So I'm just going to come in here, get a cup, more or less, move this out of the way, and really just want to sprinkle it around. Sprinkle this around just evenly over the entire bed, just like this. So I'm going to do 4 more of these, and then I'm going to work it into the soil. There's nothing harmful in this. This is, again, it's all organic material. It's not going to burn your plants. It's not going to do any harm. It's going to give the plants a buffet, essentially, so that they can eat when they're hungry. My last cup. I want to kind of get it in and around everywhere. We're going to work this in now with our hands. I've put in 5 cups around the whole entire bed. Now I'm just going to come in with my hands and just work it into the top inch or 2 of the soil here. Just like that. Just kind of work it in. Put your hands in there. Pretty simple. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to do this over the entire bed. Make sure it's mixed into this top couple inches of the soil here. Use your fingers kind of like a little rake. Work it into the soil. Really excited to use this year and to sort of adopt this living soil method of growing, if you will. It's really trying to mimic nature and really kind of grow as organic as possible, as clean as possible. You're just going to notice such a difference in the flavor and the quality of all these vegetables. When I cover this now with my mulch, it's going to help to keep this top layer of soil protected from the sun so it won't dry out, because you don't want it to dry out. You don't want your soil to dry out at any point throughout the season. You want it to stay moist. That's what's going to keep the activity, all the biological activity, all the microbes, all the bacteria, organisms, everything in the soil. That's what's going to keep it alive, and it's going to keep this engine moving. It's going to keep this engine running, essentially. A video I've seen many times now of Jeremy from BuildASoil talking about this product, the benefits of it, how they sourced it, how they came up with it, how they use it, and why it's such a great product. And honestly, I see nothing but transparency from his channel. I've learned a lot from his channel, so I'm going to link that video so that you can watch it if you're interested and sort of get a better idea of what this product is all about and what BuildASoil is all about. I really recommend the products they have, their methods for growing. They really apply the same principles. It's really helpful, a lot of good information, so I highly recommend their channel. Okay, so you can see here now, I've worked it into the soil. Now I'm going to go get my straw mulch. I'm going to put a layer 2 to 3 inches on top of this bed, and then I'm going to water it in. There's Julio, all of his glory. So let's go ahead, let's open this up. Try to not make a mess with this. Once you water this down, it sort of gets matted together, so you don't have to worry about it like blowing away in the wind. Good clean straw mulch. Julio, no, dude. Look at this guy. Don't you do it. Watch out, bud. So you can see here, literally just straw. Not treated with anything. It's clean straw. We're going to spread this around now on top. Sort of create a little bit of a layer, a mulch layer, and then we'll water it in. This stuff's particularly good if you live somewhere like I do. This is zone 9B in California, where it gets consistently hot during the summer. I'm talking 90 degrees, 90 plus degrees, even 100 degrees for multiple days straight. And it really puts down a lot of heat on these beds. So this is gonna help reflect the sun. It's gonna help keep the beds cool. It's gonna help keep the beds moist. And the plants are just gonna love that. Again, it's gonna keep the biology in the soil. It's gonna keep the microbes kicking, doing their thing, breaking down all these nutrients we put in. It, just kind of spread it around. If you have drip lines like I do, you definitely want them under the mulch layer if you can, so that it's in direct contact with the soil. You know, using this sort of amendment like craft blend, you essentially can create a living environment, an ecosystem again in the soil, and you can kind of adopt the no-till method, which is where you never turn your beds over, you only top dress, and you just consistently keep top dressing. You keep this mulch layer and you sort of mimic the rainforest floor and keep the life in the soil just kicking. The worms with all the microbes and everything. That's kind of what you're aiming to do by doing all this. That's what I'm aiming to do, because I want this to be as organic, as natural, and honestly just as nature intended, really. I think there's going to be a massive difference. See how long this stuff lasts with Julio walking around. There are a lot of other things you can use as a mulch. You can use, you can use leaves that have fallen from trees. I've heard of rice hulls being used. Anything to just cover your soil, essentially. You can also grow cover crop. You can do chop and drop. There are a lot of different methods and things you can do. You can do some research on that and just pick the one that works best for you. What I like about the craft blend as well is how transparent they are about what's in it, what they're using, where they get it. So you know that it's a top-notch product. I feel very confident using in my garden. As far as safety, a lot of these other products will say organic, but you really got to be careful, because unless it's OMRI listed, you kind of should stay away if you're really trying to go for organic. Okay, so you can see I got my bed covered, put my amendments, put the craft blend, I worked it in, and I covered it with my mulch. Now I do have drip lines, but for this, since I just applied it, I want to use my hose here, wet all the straw and sort of weigh it down so it doesn't really move at that point. It'll start to create this like solid sort of mulch layer, which is what we're going for. I don't want this to start blowing away in the wind, and a little water is going to help us do that. I don't recommend watering on top of your plants like this, but in this instance it's okay to do it once. But typically you want to avoid wetting your plants like this, because it can introduce certain diseases and fungal issues. Make sure you get every little corner. So you can see now, after I've wet this down, you can see it's kind of matted together a little bit. So this right here, it's not going to just fly away in the wind anymore. Essentially, the whole point of just wetting it down from the top is so that it mats together like this. There's the finished bed. Again, I think this is going to give me the best chances of a really successful garden this year. Really good vegetables, full of flavor. These plants are going to thrive. They're going to absolutely love it. I need to now do what I did here to that bed, and then this bed. And then the only thing you have to do after this is continue to water consistently, of course. With this mulch, again, you don't have to water as much, but you still want to make sure you're consistent with your watering. And then every 3 to 4 weeks, I'll put more of my craft blend on top of the surface here. For instance, I'll just put it on top of this straw mulch, and I'll just work it into the bottom of it, into the soil again, like I did earlier in this video. And that's it. And then you just want to water that in and let the microbes, the worms, all the life in the soil just kind of do its thing. It's going to break it down, and it's just going to give all these plants an absolute buffet in this soil that they can eat and take up what they want when they want it. I mean, you can see these plants already. They're absolutely doing just fine. You know, it's been a week, about 10 days since I put these in the ground, and they've all taken very well. They've all started to grow a little bit as well. I can already tell that this is going to be great. It's going to be a good season. So I just wanted to show you what I was doing, how I turned my soil that I had mixed together into more of a living soil. I'll be dropping a lot more videos soon, updates about the garden, what I do to take care of all my vegetables, pruning, harvesting, everything. If you found this helpful and useful, you can like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.